Hi, here's Jessica Lohman from Ethical Brand Marketing. And today I just want to talk to you about wording, your messaging. Last week I wrote a blog post about 5 tips to help optimize your marketing. And one of the tips was to pimp your marketing. And that word pimp caused a little bit of, it didn't cause a little bit of problems, but it definitely caught the eye of somebody who sent me a tweet. And in that tweet, it said, just a thought from one ethical person to another. Don't use pimping as a metaphor. Hashtag sex trafficking. And when I was writing it, I wasn't really thinking, I do definitely choose my words carefully. And I just, we all know that word from Pimp Your Ride. And, it was an entertaining show. It was kind of crazy, but it was entertaining because it really made a lot of people happy who were in it, and it was a lot of smiles. And so I was just thinking about that as, enhancing, optimizing, because that word has been integrated into the English language. So I didn't really think of the true meaning of the word to pimp, or, well, yeah, it's not really a verb, of the noun. And so, I was like, oh, okay. Well, when I read that, I was like, oh, really? Okay. Well, I didn't, think it would be that bad, but then I thought, well, okay, I don't want to offend anybody. Definitely don't want to offend anybody. And it's just not worth it. So I did take it down from my website. I used it in a couple of places. And so it's like no big deal, just that one blog post and another page, I used it, and that was it. So so it's down. I'm now using Enhance. It's not, to me, it's like a little boring word, but okay. If I find something else, or if you know of a better word, please let me know. Anyway, I will post the picture into the Facebook comments below, the screenshot of the tweet, because it is pretty interesting. And I really do thank this woman for making a note of that. What a friend told me though last night that I totally didn't think about was that there are people that were traumatized, and, this is definitely a trigger word. And so I definitely, do not want to harm anybody, because, trauma is real. And that's definitely not my style, or my purpose to harm anybody. So please accept this official apology. And but it does bring a very good point, which I do want to bring up today, and that is to watch your language. And because there are going to be people who are going to be offended. I myself, I curse a little bit. I say damn. I say if there are any kids out there, please don't let them listen. But yeah, I do say damn. I do say hell. I don't, say, the F word all the time or whatever, or hard. I don't think I ever said that, publicly anyway. So, sometimes things just like come out of our mouths or come onto paper, into our writing, and, it happens. But if somebody does mention something to you, especially if they are your target market, do definitely listen, because that's one thing. You can take a stand and you can say, no, okay, this is a word or this is a phrase I'm going to continue to use, regardless, because I want to bring in these people into my tribe, and that's perfectly fine. But just as long as you are aware that that is what's happening. And I even talked to my business coach about this last night, and she said, you could continue using the word, but just be aware that it might actually trigger somebody and might actually hurt them. And so, no, it's not worth it. I definitely don't want to do that. So yeah, just the sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never harm me. That has never been true. And, because obviously that's not true because words do harm, and words are very, very important, and how you use them and the tone you use them. And sometimes in writing, you can't read the tone, but usually you can. That's what you want. You want, as an ethical brand owner, you definitely want a positive tone. And, there's a lot of things in this world that are negative that we're trying to change, especially in your industry. And so, what I'm trying to do here is also bring out the positive stuff, and highlight those companies, those brands, and those change makers, individual change makers who are definitely doing good in this world. And not try to harp so much on the negative stuff. And your writing, your messaging has a lot to do with that. So anyway, let me just leave you with this. Watch your language. Make sure that you are speaking the language that your target audience is speaking. And if you do introduce words into your language, just be aware that some people might not be affected by it, but some might. So this was a good lesson that I definitely wanted to show and tell you, because it's definitely something to think about when you're writing your next blog post, or your about page, or your next social media post. And this was on Twitter, and for some reason, I don't know, I can't always share my screen, so I'll just post it below. Okay. Well, have a wonderful day. Have an excellent rest of your week, and rock on.